Well, that was a travel.
Bloody hell, tired now. Everything started.
That was the worst traffic we've had coming down here.
What do you mean? You're saying your voice sounded weird. Your voice doesn't sound weird.
I thought, frog in the throat type. That sounds weird. Probably
sounds,
allergic to my dinner.
It sounds Liverpool more than anything.
No, it doesn't. Shut up.
All right.
Are we ready? Can we get going?
Yeah, let's get
We're
going.
already late.
Welcome to Fish and Brits, the very British podcast from very Floridian America, where we break down the strange things that happen both sides of the pond,
Make sense of our lives as Brits among the USA locals, answer your burning questions,
and dust off our ever-failing memories of life back in England. I'm Adam Graham, and I'm pro-Christmas in July.
And I'm Wayne Ruffley, and I'm pro stick to your month, big guy. Halloween's next.
I know, you do like your Halloween,
Yeah,
don't
Halloween's my jam, as the kids say.
You know, we're
Do they
about
still say
halfway
that?
through. I feel we should address the elephant in the room with this music that we have. Our theme song is, if you haven't ever heard of it, it does have lyrics to it as well. It's, oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. It's a classic. Easily well over 100 years old as well. Probably back to the 1800s. So,
Really?
let no one say we don't bring class into your week here at
Yes.
Fish and Brits.
Getting classy with a song.
You know us. Very artistic. How's your week been, mate?
Oh, it's been quite nice,
I
actually.
feel like I haven't seen you this week, actually. You've been off from the fairground where I'm at for a little while, so
Yeah.
I haven't seen you for a second.
Yeah, I had to take some days off because scheduling conflicts happened and rehearsing at one. Speaking of the holidays coming too soon, at one fairground, we're rehearsing for Christmas.
No, you don't mean Christmas.
No,
do
I meant
you?
Halloween.
You mean Halloween?
Yeah, we're rehearsing for Halloween, but like, what?
It's July.
It's July. Why? Because it kicks off in August, doesn't it? Now,
Yeah,
It's
if you're
getting
not local,
closer and closer.
if you're not local to Orlando, and we do have a lot of non-local listeners, our holidays start about 2 months earlier. Holidays, celebrations.
yeah, it's crazy.
We say it holidays in America, but if you're listening in England, we start Halloween, Christmas, Easter, everything months ahead of time.
Yeah,
So
it's getting a bit out of control, if you ask me.
I'm ready to put up my Christmas tree.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah,
I know, I
yeah.
do like my Christmas.
Yeah, no, so I ended up having to take 2 days off,
Yeah.
which was nice. The girls are away this weekend. They went off to...
You're talking about your wife and your daughter, though?
yeah, I'm talking about Jen and JC. They went up to Atlanta to go do a little Stranger Things whirlwind. They went to go see some filming locations and stuff like that. They took...
Oh, that's right. They're big fans of that, aren't they?
Oh, JC is... It's like her favorite show. She knows it inside out, backwards, upside down. See where I went with that? Stranger Things. You don't. You've never watched it.
I've watched season 1.
Okay, that's good. But JC's watched season 1 probably 50,000 times. But anyway, so they went up there with JC's good friend Ava, my sweet Ava, I call her, because she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
They went up there, and then they popped over to Tennessee, because that's where Jen's mom and dad live.
Oh, that's lovely.
So they went there for a couple of days, and now they've gone back to Georgia today, and then they're heading home tonight. So I've been bacheloring it up.
That's nice.
It's been nice. So, one job in the day.
You didn't bloody call me, did you?
What? I was busy. Bacheloring.
You were doing
Yeah.
your lawn again, weren't
I
you?
was in the yard. I was a bit crazy because with the out times that I was having at the fairground, I was home by like 2:00. I'm like, what? This is
that's
crazy.
lovely.
Yeah, because we work in an industry where we are at the fairgrounds constantly, and we're either going backwards and forwards to the other. So our time in our day is like gone. We're lucky if we get home for like maybe an hour between the gigs. Sometimes,
Yeah,
sometimes you don't even go home.
Yeah, I have done that once.
Yeah.
My big pirate days are going away soon. Like we're going what we call off peak. So I get my afternoons back to get into the gym. But I actually took today off. I was meant to be at Pirates today, but I had a bad dentist yesterday.
Yeah. Do we have to talk about it?
We can talk about it. I know you
fear.
don't like dentist stuff.
I might
but-
take my headset off for this bit
No,
of the show.
you'll be all right. You
Okay,
can still
go on.
hear me. We're in the same
Just don't
room.
get graphic.
I won't get
I'm fine
graphic.
till you get graphic.
But no, I had a long running little crack in my tooth, and had 2 crowns right next to each other put on at the same time. And I'm not great at the dentist at the best of times, which is probably why the crack needed a crown in the end. But that was 2.5 hours sat in the chair yesterday, and I got home and I couldn't open my mouth to put a fork for dinner in. It was rough. Chris can attest to this one. It was painful as all heck. So, yeah, I was like, well, I can't shout during my pirate gig today, so I actually took a day off.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Having a day off.
I'll take that.
I feel like I've had a day off just by having half days. It's been...
That's nice.
getting home and getting the grass all cut nice. And I even trimmed some hedges.
Oh.
They were well in need of it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, they were... It was a job. 2.5 hours on one hedge.
It's very hard work,
offside.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's why you pay someone to do it.
That's why I like to watch the guy on the cameras doing it, so I don't have to do it. Yeah, but that's been a fun one. We've had some culture this week. You and I spent some time watching the Olympics, the opening ceremony.
Yeah, today I was like, wait a minute, I missed it, and
we did actually see each other today, so we watched a bit.
Yeah, thanks for pulling that up. It was really good.
Celine did a good job, didn't she?
Yeah, that was a bit emotional. I want to see her documentary. That's out. So I want to see that. And then that made me go, I really need to see that documentary.
I can't imagine facing that of having an illness that stops you being able to do your profession like she does. I mean, for us who work in the entertainment industry, we live in fear of it, really.
Yeah. Yeah, the fear of not being able to go out there and do what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a clip that I saw of her on her documentary, and she's just saying, I've just got to get out there. I've got to do it,
Yeah.
It's like it's the old adage, isn't it? The show must go on no matter what. That's not around too much these days.
If you physically can't do it, then what do you do?
Completely restricted. Looks awful. But I'll probably tune into that. But anyway, not doom and gloom. Back to the Olympic opening. It was great, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, for France, I like France. We're
not doing that again.
We're not doing that again. No, I think they did an excellent job highlighting the city itself, making Paris the center focus. Which, I mean, when we did it in London in 2012, it was in the stadium. It was there. I think it was probably Wembley, wasn't it?
I think it was Wembley. Well, the opening ceremony was in
Wembley. Yeah,
Wembley.
it was in Wembley. But it was all contained within that little stadium, but in that big stadium. Paris turned it into this showcase of the entire beauty of the city, which that was fantastic. They don't have an Olympic stadium to have as a center point, so make the whole city the center point.
Yeah,
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, just the stuff I saw today. We just saw little highlights. You pulled highlights up for me to look at, but I might actually go back and take a look and see.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, what was it, like 4 hours? I'm not watching 4 hours. No. I'll look for a highlight reel. Okay, that was good.
Your ADD.
Yeah, it's not going to let me sit there for 4 hours.
No, it won't let you do that.
Although I did sit down for 4 hours and watch Deadpool 1 and 2 finally.
Finally
got to that.
I'm amazed it's taken you this long. I've been telling you for a long time to do that.
Yeah, me too. It's just, I don't have time to sit down and watch movies.
Clearly you do.
Because I've had half days off.
There you go.
I did grass and I was like,
would you imagine that taking time off is a good thing?
Yeah, I know. Well, my vacation just rolled over, didn't it, finally?
Oh, there you go.
I've been struggling for months because, I had the knee surgery in the beginning of the year, and that just drained everything. All my accounts were drained. So
you did have a knee surgery.
I did, didn't I? Have I brought that up before?
No.
You said it like I'd said it before.
Well, it just feels like it because I hear about it every single day that I see you.
Every time I get up, oh, good, there's the knee. Actually, no, the knee's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've had a bit of no time to take. But now, just had the anniversary, like I said, so all my vacation finally rolled over. So now I can probably just be like, okay, I'm not going to work those 2 days.
Yeah. I love those films. I'm going to see the third one
fun.
tomorrow night.
They were fun. Are you?
Yeah, going out tomorrow night. Chris and I don't think we've seen a film in... When was Bryson born? 2021? Yeah. So 2021 then, really?
Oh, is that why Jen's rushed back home from Georgia then?
No, I've got her coming on Sunday.
All right. I knew it was one of the days.
No, my social anxiety wouldn't let me ask her twice in a week.
Oh, she would have done it.
I know she would have, but
you're mental.
I've got the babysitter coming.
That's why we live across the street.
I know, but I've got the paid babysitter coming tomorrow night instead, because I couldn't ask twice in 1 week. That's too much for me.
You're an odd.
I know.
Oddball you are.
So for those in England,
hello England.
I put in my notes. Hello
England.
We have some very big news from Orlando today. Primark just opened here in Orlando. Primark is the place to go for low-cost clothing.
Oh, I need some new jeans.
Oh, you're going to have to go there, mate. I'm almost to the point that I think we might have to have a visit and do a video
Of a shopping
reel
for
of
pants.
us shopping in Primark.
Okay.
Because I used to go to Primark in London, going up there to Oxford Street, to the big fancy Primark. And some of the... I was a convert. I resisted it for so long in England, because there was the phrase of Primark clothes, it's Primani. Clothes by Primani.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be saying, oh yeah, I'm wearing Primark. I'm going to own it now, because the clothes were great.
Well, we're an age where we can do that now.
We can do that now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not really
I'm
big
almost
label
50.
people.
I don't care what... I'm about a year or two away from Velcro shoes.
Can you not say you're almost 50? Because if you're almost 50, I'm almost 40, because we're exactly 10 years apart.
Well, I'm almost 50.
God, I tell you what, when I get to 40 and you get to 50, there'll be a good birthday party.
Yeah.
But
We'll have to do a big blowout.
we'll do something.
I don't know how I've gotten this far.
No, me either, mate.
Oh, man, mental.
You're doing great. I tell
Am I?
Speaking of birthdays, though,
Go on.
I would love to have a shout out to my little sister Sophie, because this week on August 1st, it is her 30th birthday.
Happy birthday
to you.
Sophie. We didn't plan that, did we?
We didn't plan that at all.
That was awful.
But yeah, it is. She does listen.
Thank you, Sophie, for listening. And I know you're listening for me. I know that's what's happening.
I know you do love Wayne. But happy birthday, Sophie. 30. I don't know where that's gone. I saw Sophie first on August the 2nd, the day after she was born, and I must have been 7 or 8. I remember that as clear as day.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, good work, Sophie. You got to 30 years old. It's all downhill from here. Take it from us, who's at the end of her 30s.
Isn't she?
Oh, she's doing great. She's doing better than me.
Oh, yeah.
She's doing better than me.
We
That's
are.
it. But yeah, no. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, lovely.
And yeah, I think that's
That's your week, was it? Yeah,
that was the week.
It was a bit of a mellow week. I'm very happy. I had a great time of just chilling, you know?
Yeah.
Me and the dogs on the couch. Oh, it was great.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, let's move on, shall we?
Oh, do you fancy a drink for 11s?
Oh, is it time for 11s?
It is time for 11s.
What's on the bubble? Oh, Jesus.
Bong, bong. Bong, 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 bong. What's in my bag? It's something fun. It's not a bong.
Did you work on that?
I didn't know. That was called improv.
That was some good...
what should we do? Let's do the drink first.
Good
that
lower
always
voice.
takes
I'm a
us
seven
longer.
vibrato. What? Sorry, I talked right over you then.
You did, didn't
Apologies, everybody.
I've got the glasses back.
Okay, what have you brought this time?
Today we have a glass from Samuel Smith's. That's from my pub in London.
Sam Smith, the singer?
No, Samuel Smith, the brewery. That one actually came from the White Horse pub, which is my local in London. My one is from the Gordon Ramsay Pub and Grill in Vegas.
That tall boy.
I know I love. We should do that for our 40th and 50th. Go to Vegas.
Oh my! Are you joking me?
No, I'm not. You'd love it.
Have we got any listeners in Vegas yet?
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Oh,
yes,
I need to get on that.
We're trying to get all 50 states.
All
We've
50
got
states.
to 33 states and Wales.
And
We've
Wales.
got one listener in Wales.
We're on Wales, boyo.
It's probably one of
That's
your lot.
probably
isn't
your
it?
friend.
And the beer for today is...
What is it?
Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout.
Oh, mate,
So
I was
you can put that
looking
with
at these
your glass.
today, and I thought, I need
Owen?
to stop and grab one of them.
Yeah. No, I got that one for us today. Samuel Smith is... It is one of the oldest breweries in England, and it's one of my absolute favourites. I have not had a bad beer from Samuel Smith. In London, as I say, the pub that I used to go to and go to when I go back on holiday, to the point that Chris and I were outside it at 12 o'clock waiting for it to open, just on the outskirts of Soho, bordering with Leicester Square. It was a Samuel Smith's pub called the White Horse, and it is the absolute best. Are you having issues with yours?
No, I was going to go 1, 2, 3, lads, crack like we did the last time,
Oh,
and
well,
you're just going at it.
Because I'm talking to cover you
sorry.
having to do it.
Sorry, mate.
There you go.
Just fuffing around.
But one of my friends just went over there, actually, and I gave it a recommendation, and they had a great time over there. But cheers, there you go. This one is a Samuel Smith Organic Chocolate Stout. You can actually get this one here in the States because it's in our hands. If you see it, grab it. It is a beautiful chocolatey stout. One of the best chocolate ones that I think I've ever had.
Stouty stout.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, Clinky.
Yes, there you go.
I'm not supposed to collect glasses.
Oh.
Just pretend you did mine.
Clinking's common. There we go. Here we are. Bottoms up. Oh.
That is chocolatey.
It is, isn't it? That is
very chocolatey.
I'd put this
I
as
remember
a
being that chocolatey.
perfect winter beer.
I think I've only had one of these before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Was that at the fairground? We had one day. Didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one time I had it.
Now I will say I do like stouts. My favorite beer.
Save your tabs, would you?
Oh, because JC collects them.
Yeah,
doesn't
JC
she?
does the tab thing.
We'll
figure that out after the show.
I think my favorite beer, and this will be sacrilege coming from a English person. I think a Guinness is my absolute favorite.
I have to back you up. That is my
Yeah.
favorite drink.
I think there's no.
Owen's
you
got
got
a
your
Guinness glass. I had a
think-
Guinness last night.
Did you?
I did.
You poured that yourself, didn't you? As well,
I
saw your
did
picture
the
for
old,
that.
bless the can bit. Have you seen that where you take the nitrous can with the nitrous thing in and you shake it up and down 3 times? You bless the glass 3
No,
times.
what
so
the
the
heck's
ball
going
goes-
on in your house?
Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh, that was a TikTok thing, I think. Owen knows what I'm on about. So you take the can,
Yeah.
right, upright, and then you lower it down so the ball drops to the bottom.
Right.
You bring it up again, but you do it towards the glass and you bless the glass. Oh, glass, I bless thee with thy Guinness. 3 of them. That's how I do it. Then you pop the top and then upside down directly in the glass. Slow rise. Watch it cascade down the glass.
And you say you don't have any spare time.
Mate, I was off for 2.5 days.
All right,
but
fair
not real
enough.
full days. 2 half days is what I tried to say then.
2 half days.
Better from a can than a bottle as well.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so-
absolutely.
I will agree. Owen has just said if that one didn't pick up that it's better from a can than a bottle. I think yes, but if you can get that Guinness, the I forget what it's called, the import strength one that's got an orange front to it. Oh, that's
Is it?
It's not a nitro one. It's a cap bottle, but it's the one that's not got a head on it. And it's got a good flavor to it.
I always
that
find
one.
them flat in the bottle. It's got a flat feel to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit in there, not as
Taste.
much as nitro, but
Right.
there we go. So that
That
is
was good. I had a Guinness last night. So.
today's beer. There you go. Is the Sam Smith's.
Well, thank you for
chocolate
that,
stout.
Adam.
You're welcome. I'm just going to take another talk for 10 seconds.
I think I owe you. How many episodes are we in? I owe you 6 pints.
Probably. That sounds about right.
No, sorry.
Well, no, I gave you
4
the-
pints and a gin.
Yeah, I gave you the gin one day. The gin is not coming back for season 1, but it may make an appearance again in the future.
Season 2 is what you meant to say.
Season 2, yes. Well, we haven't confirmed. We haven't done the contracting yet, have we?
I know. We're figuring things out.
But we do have a little snack always to go with the Levenses.
Oh,
And today we have Battenbergs. Now, these came from last week's episode where we judged the
Yeah, we
sweets
talked about
things
them.
and we talked about them. A Battenberg. Explain a Battenberg, Wayne.
we described them on the show, and did we post a picture of them on the beacon? Is that part of the list?
Yes, that'll be there.
Okay, yeah.
It'll
so
be there on the social media feed.
It's a sponge cake center, but it's like a strawberry and vanilla flavored
Yep.
cake, and on the outside is a marzipan.
Yeah, with a bit of sugar on it.
Yeah, a bit of sugar on top. Yeah, everyone knows what marzipan is, don't they?
I mean, I would assume so, but
Yeah, it's like
I think it's
an
more,
icing, but on icing.
it's an almond-based icing.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say icing because I would think like wedding cake icing.
It's a different. It's
Does it count as one if they're stuck together? I'm joking.
yeah, it's
Just got one.
rolled out and laid on. But yeah, a Battenberg cake
That's a cute little one.
is a quintessential British afternoon cake. You can have it with a cup. You can have it with anything really. But it is. It's beautiful.
man.
It's in 4 squares of strawberry vanilla, alternating with strawberry vanilla at the bottom.
Yeah,
We'll post a
Checkered.
picture of this one here.
Yeah,
Let me-
definitely put a picture.
You know what? I'm going to take a picture right next to my mic now. So this can
Hello,
go on our
Mike.
story. All right, Mike.
All right, nice Battenberg you've got there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There we go. We'll put that on our stories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got the Welsh and the English flags in the
On our
background.
Instagram and our Facebook
There you go.
at Fish and Brits. Please join in. In fact, we need to get the Instagram over 500. I've had enough.
I can't get my mouth open.
Oh, no, your dental work.
The dental work.
Mate,
I can't open my gob big
If
enough.
you need help finishing it, I'm right here for you.
The Battenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
That's delicious. I haven't had one of them in for ages.
And for ages.
I know. I should get
It does come in a bigger one that you slice, but I like these little ones, I think.
They're nice little finger treats.
Mm.
All right. We probably shouldn't both eat them at the same time.
At the same time.
One should eat and the other should talk.
We're still working on
I
them.
wonder if my mum probably loves these things.
Get her on the phone.
Right now.
Text her. Say, have you had a Battenberg in a while?
Text me mum.
Yeah.
I'll have to Facebook Messenger.
All right. Wait, why can't you text your mum? Why do you have to Facebook message?
Probably hasn't got her phone on. She never has it. Never has it with. It's a paperweight.
So
My
how's
mum's
she-
cell phone.
How's she going to do Facebook Messenger but not a text?
On her iPad.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Oh, she's gonna be mad that I'm talking about her on this like that.
You'll be right, Wayne's mum.
The number of times you'll call
Mm.
and she won't answer the phone, and I know she's gone out. Oh, left it on the table, didn't I, by the front door? Well, that's good, Mum. That's good. Good place to leave that.
I'm good at leaving mine at work and going back and getting
I
it.
didn't charge it this time. What do you mean this time? We didn't charge it last time either. Yeah, she's
When did you have
Not
your
very
first phone?
cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that's me trying to
gonna
watch
say-
my mouth. That.
Dear golly gosh, let me think
gee
about
willikers,
this.
I wish I knew a stronger word than fish and Brits.
Fish and Brits.
Well, I go all the way back to Verizon before it was Verizon.
What was it before Verizon?
Primeco, I think.
Primeco.
I think it's what it's called, Primeco. And oh my God, you had to pay per letter for your text and all that. Oh, nightmare. I had a pager, like a doctor.
I had a pager.
Did you?
It was green and clear and see-through, and you could see the insides with it.
Jen had one of them, and I've still got it. It's in my office, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh no, I had a sleek little, like, grey one. It was a little one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kids today don't know how
Oh,
lucky
not
they
a
got.
clue. Texting on the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When did you...
5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2,
Yeah.
1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You didn't know I had a stutter when I texted, did you? But, yeah. Oh, God, I don't know when. When did cell phones come out? That's when I probably first got
All
them.
right, here's an easy one. When did you let JC first have a cell phone?
Ooh.
Mobile phone in England.
Yeah, she got hers. I want to say she's probably had one for about 3 years now.
Oh, that's later than I thought then.
Yeah, we waited a minute.
Yeah.
We waited a minute for the phone. But she's had the iPads and she's had all
Right.
spoiled rotten. Yeah, I don't remember when she got the cell phone. Maybe it could be longer than 3 years now, actually. I have no concept of time since, the vid. So, my time for me is gone. I have no concept of it whatsoever. I think it's a side effect.
For everything in 2020 that happened, that was 4 years ago now, and I don't know where that's gone.
You're telling me.
Like we've just passed the not to bring it down, but we've just passed the anniversary of a good friend who died, who passed in 2020. Christian Damon.
Mm-hmm.
If a few of you who listen might know him, but if you didn't, excellent performer here, very good friend of all of us, particularly in this studio. He's actually been in this studio and recorded with me a couple of times. Your arm's just go on end.
Yep.
Oh, he's sitting around somewhere.
He's in between us, I think.
But that was 4 years ago. So yeah, that I don't know where that time's gone.
Yeah, I don't know either. That was not a good time.
No, but yeah.
4 years, my God. See, yeah, that's another thing, that concept of time. That to me, it was 2 years ago that we all went down to the Fringe. We had the big Christian cutout. That was the one
his memorial.
To me, that was 2 years ago. It wasn't. It was 4 years ago.
Mm.
That's how my brain goes.
Yeah.
Now with time.
And because he was in mine and Chris's wedding with you as best man as well.
God, it was fun.
And that was
the bachelor
8
party.
years ago now.
Crying out loud. I fixed myself again then.
There you go. Well done. Yeah,
That was 8 years ago?
That was 8 years ago, 2016.
My God, man. That wedding was like 3 years ago to me.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a kid in there now.
8 years ago.
So, and he's I can't math years. My math is rubbish anyway. But now I can't math years.
They say that when you get older, time just goes, and they're absolutely right.
Oh yeah.
Say that again, Owen.
Must have known you for about a decade
You've known me since 2010.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't know how we never met, Owen. Like, I've got no clue how that's happened.
Yeah. Well, you're very forgettable, Wayne.
I am, yeah. No one knows who I am.
No,
anymore.
no one knows. Not at all.
Do you know I was a national trick roping champion? No one knows that
So you're
anymore.
going to say you know you're a national treasure.
Yeah. Do you know that I'm a national treasure?
Yeah, obviously, clearly.
Yeah. I won a championship in Las Vegas,
Did you?
2001.
All
From a
right.
trick roping act. Yeah.
Then we go back to Vegas then.
We should talk about the trick roping at some point.
Yeah, you
Someone
do
actually
that,
asked
don't
me,
you?
"What's that trick roping you're talking about on your radio show?" On my radio show?
Well, it's trick roping.
Yeah,
isn't it?
boy. Yeah. Did a Western act with ropes and whips and stuff.
Oh.
We'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, with the beer being consumed and the Battenberg's on,
Is it time for?
it's time for some news
Oh, yes.
headlines. Let's see what's on the daily news today. All right.
Coming to us live from the chocolate stouty stout house of Stoutington. Here's Adam with the news. I'm excited about this.
It's annoying me how good you are at that sometimes. That's quite funny.
Oh, was that good? I
That was
just
quite
made that
funny.
up.
I know.
It's called riffing.
Riffin.
Riffing improv. Improv.
All right, on the news this week, which, by the way, if you... Oh, you're looking for the video thing. Yeah, I'm all hooked up. We can put that on the screens in here so Wayne can have a look.
Can we? Please? Because I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so if you are following along with these news articles, because a couple of people have said, I'd love to see what it is you're reading, you can go to fishandbrits.com, and there's a link in bio link there, and it'll take you to all of these articles. We upload them all. Everything is on there. If you're coming from Instagram, it's literally a link in the bio, and you can take a look at that there. You can see, oh, look at that. You can see all
I
my
see your own
screen.
page there.
My own page. Oh, look at this one.
Don't open that file. What's that?
Look at that one.
Oh, that's a
look at
good
that.
one.
That's Bryson on his first Christmas. Look at that.
Yeah, look at
With
that handsome
Santa Claus.
Father Christmas hands.
Isn't that a good Father Christmas,
That
Wayne?
is the best looking Father Christmas hands I've ever
If
seen.
Father Christmas was sat 3 feet away from me right now,
Would his hands look like that?
his hands might look very similar to that.
Yeah.
But there we go. That's a little in-joke that if you listen to that again, you'll probably work out. The news for today is, first one coming from Gloucestershire Live. One of my favourite sources. Woman who bought 6 packs of Monster Munch online wins lottery when they arrive.
Uh-oh.
A woman felt like she'd won the lottery after she opened a parcel from B&M, I don't know what that is, containing some Monster Munch crisps she'd ordered online, and Walkers responded. We all know the pitfalls of online shopping, it continues quite dramatically. Not only can items arrive looking nothing like what's advertised, employees can also make blunders when packing your products.
Uh-oh.
Are you tense for this?
I am. What have they put in the box that's not Monster Munch?
But contrary to popular belief, this isn't always a bad thing. That's because packing errors can lead to you receiving more than what you bargained for. That's what exactly happened to one crisp fan who purchased 6 bags of Monster Munch. These are crisps. These are shaped like monsters' feet.
Mm-hmm.
They're fantastic.
I'm getting some of them in.
What's your favourite?
Oh, pickled onion.
Pickled onion.
Yep. Kate, although I do like the beef one as well. Katie Boswell snapped up the claw-shaped snacks recently, along with some other goodies. She purchased 2 packets of beef Monster Munch, filled with 6 bags of crisps in each. That's 12. But she was surprised when 11 individual bags of beef Monster Munch and 1 packet of pickled onion were sent to her instead. That's a bonus pickled onion packet.
That's a thank you for shopping with us.
That's news.
That is...
Katie shared her confusion at the blunder. She asked on Twitter, X formerly Twitter, Walker's Crisps, did I just win the crisp lottery? Bought 2 packs of 6 beef Monster Munch, and I've ended up with 11 roast beef and 1 pickled onion.
Man.
Winner. If Gloucester is not hopping for news here, basically, woman buys 12 packs of one flavour, gets 11 of them, and 1 pack of another.
Yeah, it's not even a bonus pack.
It's not even a bonus pack. It's just the wrong pack. And
Sally's grabbed the wrong bag.
Owen's left the room.
Yeah, he's gone for Monster Munch.
Is that what he's gone for?
I hope so. He better have extra bags if he has.
Where's he gone?
I don't know. He kind of.
He's left us here with microphones.
And then he tiptoed out of here. Like
He
was sneaking out. He's right in front of us. There's nowhere for him to sneak out of here.
We are sitting in the studio alone with no one minding us.
Uh-oh. Go on, drop us an F-bomb.
No, I can't
do that. I can't do it anymore either. I get grief.
I don't know what to do when there's
I'm
no...
sorry, everybody, for my language in the past episodes, but I am a Scouser, and that's how I use commas and exclamation
What
points.
do we do when there's no adult in the room?
I don't know.
Oh, he's back.
Oh,
All right,
you can jog
back.
on. He's got no Monster Munch. We thought you were going to bring Monster Munch in.
Monster Munch.
He went for a wee.
He went for mid-episode. He's like, this part's boring. Let's
And now
go and
32
fill in
states
with a
in
wee.
America know you went for a wee.
And 1 in Wales.
And 9 lads in Jamaica.
Still 9. They haven't listened anymore.
Oh, what?
I know. That hasn't gone up. We've still only got 9.
I listened to Bob Marley yesterday.
Did you? That's probably bordering on stereotype with that.
How does Bob Marley like his
That's
donuts?
like... Oh, Jesus.
With jamming. I hope you like yours with jamming.
That's like saying I went to England once. Do you know that John Smith fella? Good grief. A representative, continuing on with my very
sorry, back to
interesting
Monster Munch. This is like groundbreaking news. I'm
It
sorry
is.
that I've got distracted by
Out
it.
of Gloucestershire, a representative from Walker's who makes Monster Munch actually reacted to the tweet.
Oh, God.
And joked that there was an imposter. They added, drop into our DMs and we'll get this put right for you. And they did.
Yeah, man.
They sent her a new pack. Previously, you could get hold of beef burger and spaghetti sauce varieties of Monster Munch. Not sure how I feel
Beef
about those.
burger.
I mean,
Those must have come out after I left.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good Lord.
Do you remember Space Invaders?
Oh, yeah.
Those were good crisps. Those were like your poor man's Monster Munch.
Yeah. They were pickly more than onion.
Yeah, they were 10p. You know, this is coming back. When I was in primary school, I had a snack break job, which was selling the crisps for 10p.
Oh, in school?
In school, in primary
we had
school.
a little thing like that.
So I must have been 9 or 10, but they gave us a little tobacco tin with a float money in it.
Yeah.
And you used to have to sell these crisps.
And they're like, this is when you're going to be a shopkeeper on the corner.
Yeah.
It's practice.
Which, coming out of university, I was the supervisor for a shopkeeper on the corner.
It
at
worked
my
out
university.
well then. Thanks for the 10
I think we covered that when I did that, when we talked about me working for the delivery company. I did a bit of stuff in the local university as well as a supervisor there on their shop corner.
Oh, well, good for you.
It was good.
This is almost like the story I told you about the Lay's. Remember that I opened the bag and there's 3 crisps in the bottom of the bag?
Which is the American name for Walkers.
Yeah, and then I was like, hang on, Twitter at the time, now X, whatever. And I said, oh, thanks for the 3 crisps. Remember I told you the story on one of the shows?
Yes,
I can't even remember what episode that was we did that. But yeah, similar thing here. What did they reward her with?
Another packet of crisps.
Hopefully not the beef burger one.
No, they just sent her a beef.
Oh.
I was drinking there and you asked me
Sorry,
a question.
mate. I wasn't looking at you. I was looking somewhere
Always
else.
Look at me. All right, well, that's the first news article of the week.
God. Thankful for that news.
Just,
thank you.
The next one goes
Monster
up.
Munch.
The next one is something special.
Okay, good. How big is it?
Man who called his shop Singsbury Local insists it's just a coincidence. All right, so Sainsbury's is a local shop. This gentleman of Asian descent.
Yes.
His name is Mandeep Singh, and he has opened his own corner shop called Singsbury's.
Slight infringement.
A shop owner could be in legal hot water
Off license.
after he opened a shop called Singsbury's Local. Mandeep Singh insists that it is just a coincidence that the sign's font and colour scheme are exactly the same to those of Sainsbury's. He and his wife opened the shop in Wolverhampton last month. Oh, of course, Wolverhampton. My cousins like Wolves, the football team there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's it. My cousin Benny's a big Wolves fan, that one. Last month, and it has been popular, with some locals taking selfies in front of it for no apparent reason.
No.
Mandeep explained how he came up with the name. He said, My name is Singh, and it's on Bushbury Road. That's where the names come from.
Yeah.
It's just a coincidence.
Just linked Sing and Bury together.
And Bury there. Yeah, nothing to do with Sainsbury's. Singsbury's.
What's his excuse for the colour and lettering?
Sainsbury's.
It's a good pick. Good font, that.
Sainsbury's have previously threatened legal action against other businesses which have pulled similar stunts. He added, I've heard nothing from a supermarket which has a similar name, so I see no problem with it. Why would they contact me? It's a different logo, a different colour, a different company. It's completely different. You know what makes things different? Saying it 5 times.
That's different.
That different is different. Different. So why would they ask to change?
How different is it? That was you.
It was you. I don't want any controversy. What do we say in England? Controversy or controversy?
Controversy.
It's not got an A in it.
Controversy?
That bugs me every time you say it.
Controversy. Well, I do that from old Jimmy Jimbo. You know what I mean?
No.
Fallon.
Mr. Singh says he wouldn't know what to do if Sainsbury's asked him to change the name. He added, I think the nearest Sainsbury's is a couple of miles away, so it's not exactly close. And we're certainly not competition. I'm just a small business owner trying to make a living. He was threatened with legal action, and he changed it to Morrison's instead. Now, Morrison's is an equally popular shop in England. Morrison's.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean,
Morrison's is another shop.
10 points for balls on
well
that
done,
one,
man.
really.
Man.
Oh, it'll be
Sing Mart's next.
It'll be Tesk Sings next, won't it?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. That's well done.
Tar Sings.
What's that one?
Target and Sings.
Well, that's America. As sings. My ass doesn't sing.
Yeah, it does. I walked in behind you.
So there we go. Man who called a shop Singsbury's insists so many times that it's just a coincidence.
5 at least that we counted.
5 at least. Well done. I can't be mad at that.
Singsbury's.
That's brilliant. Like,
That is very funny.
These are all on. What a mustache!
I know. Look at that thing.
Look at him.
Oh, it looks like D. Wayne.
Yeah.
He's got the old.
It'll be Sing Wayne, won't it?
Yeah.
It's
Sing Wayne. Got nothing to do with the wrestler.
No.
Off license.
All right. That
The offie, as we call it in Liverpool.
That was a good news article. That was good. All right.
How good was it?
It was very good. All right. And with that, I think it's time to move on to our next little segment,
Hey.
which we're going back to Mind Your Language.
Oh, great.
And for this one, we've got a little bit of theme music to come to your way.
Didn't see that on my clipboard.
Wait. Oh, it's been there.
Ah. Na, na, na. Na, 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 na.
To those just joining in, this is the EastEnders theme song.
Only 10 seconds of that. We'll get copyright.
We'll get kicked out after 10 seconds.
We'll have to pay for the music.
We're not paying after 10 seconds.
Yeah.
EastEnders is a long-running soap opera in England. It was the one I watched, actually.
Yeah.
Which one did you watch?
We watched EastEnders, and my mum's a massive Coronation Street fan.
Coronation Street.
Corrie was on all the time.
All right.
She still watches it now on BritBox. Remember we talked about BritBox when you want to sponsor us?
Yeah,
BritBox?
sponsor us. We can... Have you got this one loaded up there? Let's have a little comparison of theme music to this one.
Oh, I can see the cat on the roof.
Nice. So this is the Coronation Street theme music. Throw me EastEnders on again. Oh, look at that. See, they're both great.
Yeah, that and
That's
Neighbours.
Well, that's Australian. We don't mess with them. All right. And with that, we're going to focus on the East End part of this one, because for today's Mind Your Language, I had to work out what the segment was called then. Mind Your Language, we're going to focus on some Cockney rhyming slang.
You're not going to have me guessing on what it is, are
I
you?
absolutely am.
I'm the worst at this.
For those not familiar, Cockney rhyming slang, a Cockney, as opposed to just someone from London, is traditionally someone born within the sound of the Bow Bells in the East End of London. Big cathedral. I I believe the church was actually constructed by Christopher Wren. Very, very big. It's in the same sort of league as St. Paul's Cathedral. And if you are born within the sound of those bells, you can call yourself a true Cockney. And Cockneys have a way to rhyme things and make them mean something else. It'll become self-apparent with this one here. Some of them I actually used. I'm not a Cockney, even in the slightest. But way too posh for that one.
I'd love to hear you do it posh. Your accent posh doing Cockney slang.
My accent posh doing... Well, we're going to hear it right now because we've got some phrases. And yes, Wayne, I would like you to see if you can interpret them.
I'm not going to be able to, but let's have a stab. I'm going to have a go.
All right.
I'm awful at this kind of stuff.
To give a bit of context to where this accent lies, because people will be familiar with various accents. The estuary accent is a halfway point between Cockney and RP. RP being the Queen, Downton Abbey, all of those good things.
Once would say
estuary accent is your James Corden, is your Dawn French, right in the middle there. Mm-hmm. And then Cockney is the core blimey governor, my fair lady, Dick
Van Dyke,
the
Americans,
all of that. That's your Cockney. So, the phrase of this, you're going to get this one. What is the Cockney rhyming slang meaning behind apples and pears? Stairs.
Thank you, Owen.
We used to say that one in my house, yes.
Up the old apples and stairs.
If you're going up the apples and pears, you're going up the stairs.
I said up the apples and stairs then. I messed it up even
you did.
Knowing what it was.
Apples and pears. I actually say that in Pirate Show.
Oh, do you?
I do. I say, there's one point that I send someone up the stairs and I go on up the apples and pears. All right. Adam and Eve. Would you Adam and Eve it?
Leave it.
No.
Oh.
Believe. The Welshman is doing better.
What? I don't do Cockney rhyming, that's why.
Believe. Would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it? Bacardi Breezer.
No clue.
Stick it in the Bacardi.
Oh yeah, I was right on top of that one. What?
Freezer.
Oh, in the freezer.
Stick it in the Bacardi. Stick it in the freezer. The Bacardi Breezer. Let's get down to brass tacks. Brass tacks.
That's like a common saying, that.
But it stems in rhyming slang from Cockney. Down to brass tacks, hard facts. That's a bit of learning for you there.
Bit of learning. I'm learning.
Now, this one I will debate. Bag for life.
Bag for life. The wife.
It is. I've always heard it as trouble and strife.
Yes, trouble and strife. Yeah.
It's the wife. I took my bag for wife to the Dolly mixtures. What is...
I took my bag for wife.
Bag for life to the Dolly mixtures.
Just say, I took the missus to get sweets.
And Dolly mixtures, it doesn't have that as an explanation. I bet that's pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Took my bag for life to the Dolly mixtures, to the pictures.
Oh, my.
To the film. My goodness. Pass the Calcutta over here, would you?
The Calcutta.
I'm doing my toast in the morning. Where's my Calcutta?
Bread and butter? No.
Butter. Yeah, butter. There you go.
Oh, I'm learning. Catching on.
Now, this one's a good one. This one must be a modern one. I got a Cherie Blair. Yeah, Tony Blair's wife.
I don't care.
No, penalty fare is that one. I jumped on the tube and got Cherie'd.
Got a penalty fare.
Penalty fare. I don't know. Must be a transport thing.
Guess so.
If you skip your ticket.
Oh yeah, you're getting fined somehow. I'm getting a Tony Blair's missus.
All right. What's a Dawn French? Fantastic actress.
Yes. What would that be, Dawn French?
And here's this in the sentence. Oh, there's a Dawn French coming out those drains lately.
What? That didn't help me at all.
There's a stench.
Oh, a stench.
There's a Dawn French coming out those drains.
That makes no sense. What about her stinks?
It's not meant to make sense. It's rhyming.
Oh.
It's not context, is it?
No, I guess not.
My God.
I'm thinking just clue-worthy.
Doc Cotton. Now, from EastEnders.
Doc Cotton from EastEnders. Nosy person.
No. That looks absolutely Doc Cotton. Rotten. Thank you, Owen.
I'm glad you're here, Owen, because this would be a miserable segment for the podcast, me failing miserably at these rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at them.
No, it's
I
all
said
right.
it in the beginning.
What's your fluffy bunny?
That's personal.
In a context, look at all that fluffy bunny.
Is it money?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Money, there you go. Hampstead Heath.
Your teeth?
Going to the dentist, you have my Hampsteads looking at. Your Hampstead Heath, your teeth. Hat and scarf.
Hat and scarf.
You having an hat and scarf, mate?
Am I having a hat and scarf?
Having a laugh.
Oh,
There you
Christ. Just say having a laugh.
Jack D.
Jack Daniels?
No. Rhyming.
Drink?
Do you know what rhyming
Cup of
means?
tea.
Wayne rhymes with pain, like I'm in
Yeah.
pain with your rhyming
Jack
right
and
now.
D.
No, not Jack and D. Jack D.
Jack D. Oh, sorry. I went straight to a drink, didn't I? That's
Cup
my
of
bad.
tea.
Oh, yeah.
Jack D. Milk, 1 sugar. Cheers, mate. That's what it says. Kitchen sink.
Oh. I do.
Let's go to the rubber for a kitchen sink. Having a drink. And the rubber would be rubber dub, would be pub.
Yeah. Rubber Dub Pub.
Going to the rubber for a kitchen sink.
I knew that one. That's why my brain was going like, wait, I know this one. Because like tit for tat.
Yeah, what's your Nina Simone?
Nina Simone. Who's Nina Simone?
You don't know a singer?
No.
You don't know Nina Simone?
Probably if you give me a tune.
Oh, goodness. Well, that means phone. Stop rabbiting on the Nina and put the telly on. Rabbiting means talking.
Oh, yeah.
Tom and Dick. Not going to work today. I'm feeling Tom and Dick.
Oh, sick. Feeling sick.
There you go.
All right. We've got a winner there. Let's end the bit.
It's your final one, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Cruise. Having a
No.
snooze.
That's a hell of a Tom Cruise you've got.
Thank you.
Bruise.
Bruise. Oh.
There you are. So that's some Cockney rhyming. So next time you want to come up to us and go, all right, mate, how you doing?
Yeah.
Use one of them and we might actually understand what you're talking about there.
Well, you will. I won't.
I know, you're rubbish at that. You need
Yeah,
to watch
that was
more
not a good
EastEnders. Available on BritBox.
Yeah, I haven't watched EastEnders in a long
not?
time. Yeah.
Do you
Been
know-
ages. I put an episode on because Shane Ritchie's on there.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
back
yeah.
with Shane to 1985. I think my dad worked with Shane Ritchie.
Yeah.
When he did his stand-up, Dad was in the show with Shane. He was like his opening act, basically. And,
Right.
and then Shane went on to go and do great, massive things. He's done very, very well for himself.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I did like watching EastEnders. That was my favourite one. In England, I don't know if this is the deal here in the US, but soaps are on 4 nights of the week, and then on Sundays they put all 4 of them together as like a 2-hour-long episode, an omnibus is what they call it, and you could watch all of them in one sort of like feature-length sitting. But I used to watch Neighbours, which is an Australian soap with my grandma.
Your grandma was in it.
Yeah. No, she used to watch that one. She loved that one.
Yeah, we watched it too.
And then
Kylie Minogue, Jason
EastEnders
Donovan.
in the evening. Now, it's funny you should do Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan because they had a song from Neighbours that they released.
Especially for
Did you know that the EastEnders theme song was also released as a song?
I did not know that.
You didn't know that one? Let me see if
If I
can...
did, I forgot.
It's Anita Dobson. I'm just remember that. I'm going to pull it up on YouTube right now. Anita Dobson. It did have lyrics. So play the original again for you, if you would.
Are you going to sing along?
All right, what do you think those lyrics could be?
I've no idea.
All right.
Going down the market or something? Something to do with the market?
Nothing on the market. This was up there. Here we go, Owen. I've got it. Oh, you do have it? Yeah. All right. Play him up. Cue him up. It's a classic. Oh. I don't think that's it.
Good one, Owen.
I think we'll get rid of that there.
Yeah.
Shall I just pull it up on here? All right.
I need a Dobson.
There you go. Good grief. That's the one. The EastEnders theme song.
This sounds like a Christmas #1 in England.
I don't think
Was
it was
it?
Christmas, but
Anyone can fall in love.
Oh, I'm remembering this now.
1986, this.
Yeah.
Anyone Can Fall in Love by Anita Dobson. All right, we'll have to pay her. Give her
10
that.
seconds. 10 seconds. That's the rule.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That
was a flashback in my brain then.
The only one that I believe has been released as a single from all the soaps there.
That's crazy.
One of my favourite ones.
There wasn't an Emmerdale one.
The Emmerdale. That's the most depressing theme song in the world. The
Emmerdale
Emmerdale one. That's it. Let's see if we can
Amos,
pull
the
that one up
bartender.
there.
He had the massive side chops.
How do you spell it?
Emmerdale. Emmerdale, and previously Emmerdale Farm. That one, that's what it was called.
Emmerdale Farm, that's what I was talking about.
No, but it's later
just
on. It was
Emmerdale
just
now.
Emmerdale now. Yeah. I never used to watch this one, but the theme song is probably the most depressing.
Amos.
Like someone's being murdered in
What
a
the
farm with that.
I don't remember this.
That's the Emmerdale theme song. All right, we'll have to pay
I don't
him.
remember that.
You don't remember that one?
Why don't I remember that? Why did I think it was
Yeah,
kind of
the
like...
Australians have got it right. The Australians have got it right with their one.
Neighbours.
With Neighbours. And that just came back.
Everybody needs good neighbours.
It was cancelled for a while, and it just came back due to
Wow.
an outcry for it. And Australian television
Prisoner
is
Cell
huge
Block
right
H.
now. Oh, yeah, you go. Because obviously Bluey is a big deal, because that's come out of Australia.
Oh, so is that revamped Neighbours?
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is flashbacks. 1:30 on BBC One.
Do-do.
It's very Australian so far.
Yeah. Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours.
That's beautiful.
I can't forget the words.
No, there you go. Just a little understanding.
That's what I thought was next, and I messed that up. yeah.
So there you go.
That was like Kylie Minogue's first thing, wasn't it? Was
Yeah,
Neighbours.
she was huge
Now she's
on
a
it.
massive star. I do like me some Kylie Minogue. I don't think Jen likes that.
I'd see Kylie Minogue.
Oh, I'd see her in a heartbeat. Are you joking me?
Absolutely. Seeing Kylie live.
The locomotion. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, that's a legend. That's up there with Janet
Yeah.
like last week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's move on.
All right. Well, with that, I think it's time to check the post bag, don't you?
Oh, it's time for a sing-song. Sing along if you know the words.
Where's my pint?
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat.
Early in the morning, just as day is dawning.
He picks up all the post bags in his van.
I watched one
All
the
right.
other day, didn't I?
Did you watch one? It's
I did
usually
watch
me who
one.
watches one.
I know. I did. I was at home alone and YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, Adam was watching Postman Pat. I wonder how he watches that."
Yeah.
I thought, "Hang on, I've got
YouTube.
I've got the world in my hand with this remote."
He's got
press
the
the button.
whole
Dear
world.
YouTube, please press Postman Pat, please. So
There
I
you
watched
go.
a bit.
Do some Fireman Sam next time.
I don't know.
Original Fireman Sam.
Okay.
Trust me on that one. Fireman Sam's great.
Yo Gabba Gabba, that's my
Oh,
kid show.
goodness grief. No, I had Fireman Sam, Postman Pat, Playdays. Do you remember Playdays?
Not really.
That was children's TV show. It sort of had different themes, and it was a different theme depending on if it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Did you do Blue Peter?
Oh,
I
yeah.
had Blue Peter.
Did you have a Blue Peter
Rainbow.
badge?
I didn't never got one.
Blue Peter was a television show that it was sort of it was non-fiction. It was lots of different
Educational,
interviews,
wasn't it?
educational, fun, things like that.
Yeah,
making
teach you how to make things. Different
and if
people
you
come
were
with
ever-
skills.
If you were ever on the show or if you did something, they gave you a Blue Peter badge, which was a very coveted thing. My mum has one.
How did she get one?
I forget how she
She on
got
Blue
one,
Peter.
but she has a Blue Peter badge.
Let us know how you got your badge, Mum.
And yeah, I might.
Yeah, find out.
Oh, shall I text her right now?
Do it now. It's only 5 hours difference.
It'll be all right.
She'll be up, right?
Oh, hang
I
on,
don't even know
hang
what
on.
time it is.
Let's text her right now.
It's 5 seconds past 54 minutes.
We are on the podcast right now.
Oh.
How did you get your Blue Peter badge?
That's riveting, isn't it? Riveting entertainment.
I should have said
Listen.
hello, Mum, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
as well.
Hiya, Mum.
Hiya, Mum. Sorry, it's 2:30 in the morning. She'll have her phone downstairs.
Started in 1958.
1958
Yeah, it goes way back.
Blue Peter
Come on,
was.
forever. Is it still on now? Oh my God.
Yeah, I always want. I've held one, obviously, because of hers, but I never had one myself. But
Oh, that's
we'll
that's
get
a
that
neat
answer
fact.
for you next week. There you go.
Neat fact.
She follows us on Instagram now as well.
Oh, bless your mum.
She commented on the picture of you and me with our short shorts on and said that I look cuter. So
Of
she's in
course
my
you
corner.
did. Bit bias.
No, it's fine.
I'll have my mum go on Instagram. My mum hasn't even got Instagram. She doesn't even know how to look at Facebook half the time.
Yeah, but yeah, I got one vote. You won that vote fully.
Because I had the shortest bloody shorts.
But
on
I'll take that my mum voted for me. All right. So listener questions. Back to it. Postman
Oh,
Pat,
okay.
thank
Yeah,
you.
sorry. We got distracted there.
We did. This one is from David, a Brummie living in South Carolina.
Oh, nice.
Hello,
I love
David,
South
from
Carolina.
I've never been. Is it
I've
nice?
been to North Carolina, South Carolina. Beautiful.
I've gone through it on the train,
Beautiful.
but I haven't stopped though.
Yeah, driving up through the mountains and all that. Oh, I love it. Hi, David.
If an English rugby team were to take on an American football team in their game, who would win?
Rugby.
And who would you go and would you go and watch it? Absolutely, I would watch it.
Rugby. I would totally go to that, and the rugby players would win.
Would win.
Yeah,
hands
down. I think that I can't remember who the player was.
Rugby is like American football without the padding and without the stopping every 10 seconds.
Or 4 feet.
Yeah, Owen,
If you can make it
what's
4
Owen,
feet.
Owen's
Owen's
hurting.
scrunching his face.
All right, throw your mic on.
I
We'll give
played
you
rugby in
permission on this
school.
one. Here he comes.
Have you seen the size of American football players?
Yes.
There would be
Yeah.
deaths in that game.
No, there
No,
wouldn't.
no,
if
no, no.
they're- if
They
they're-
wouldn't touch
if
him.
They didn't have helmets and pads on.
They wouldn't touch him.
Oh,
No,
Rugby
they wouldn't
players.
touch him.
Rugby players are the same size. You know,
The toughest
coming
men
from
in
the
the world.
Welshman.
Look up the size of a football player and a rugby player now. I bet you they're the same size.
Gee.
And the rugby players are tougher because no pads and helmets.
I enjoyed playing rugby in school.
Yeah, I played rugby.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's
In the
different in America
Piss and
in that
rain,
you
freezing
can
cold.
you run with the ball a lot more there.
Yeah, pass it backwards.
Pass it backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only pass backwards, but the same sort of deal that you have to get it to the end and you get a try. That's the phrasing. Instead of a touchdown, you get a try.
I wish I could remember. There was a famous rugby player that came to America and he ran like circles around the team.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that
in
was.
terms of overall size, NFL players tend to be bigger than rugby players.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're better. Oh, we got no response to that one.
Height or weight?
Yeah. Don't, I was going to say,
Yeah.
you're backing up American
I
football.
mean, I
you
love
don't even
American.
like it.
I enjoy watching American football. We watch the Super Bowl all the time in my house. That's when my wife gets scary. Is watching like the football.
Oh, yeah?
Oh man, she'll start yelling at the thing, and she knows all the rules. I don't really know the rules of American football because I never really played it.
Right.
I think I would have been pretty good at it or okay at it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I played rugby, so used to like pushing people around.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gets very like,
I mean, some of the
put your
injuries.
cigar out, love. Bloody hell.
Some of the injuries you see from rugby, though,
Yeah.
those are
Yeah.
the full cauliflower ear.
Oh yeah, the snapped fingers.
Yeah,
And they keep playing the game. They don't stop.
they do.
Oh, I need a bandage.
Rugby was what we
Ooh.
played in secondary school or high school to the U.S. listeners.
Yep.
In the winter, so it was cold, it was wet,
Freezing.
freezing,
Shorts and
freezing.
long sleeves.
shorts, different studs in your boots. Or
Yeah.
what do they call them here? Cleats.
Yeah, cleats. Yeah.
Different sort of studs for rugby than football, than soccer. And it was cold.
Because the
cold.
ground's rock hard, so
Yeah,
when you hit
rock
it, it
hard.
was like, whoa.
And
It's like these Americans that they play in the snow, you know, when it's like 4 feet of snow and they're still going. Like,
Right.
Can you imagine how hard that ground is and they're hitting that ground like that? No, thank you.
And when you're in a scrum and a hooker's reaching in for your ball, you know, it gets chilly. It gets chilly.
They're a bit higher. It's cold out.
You think Americans are the only people who can have odd sports names. No, we did that in rugby. But yeah, from David Abrami living in South Carolina. I think the rugby, I believe the rugby team would
I
win.
do too.
And absolutely I would go and watch it. I think that
Respond
would
back,
be a
David.
great
Let us
time.
know who you think would win.
Yeah, Northampton Saints were my rugby team that I liked. They were a good team. Yeah, Rugby World Cup. If you ever see it, if you ever catch it on American television, watch it. It's not really World Cup though. Seven Nations
Fast
is the
paced.
other one.
It's
isn't
good.
it?
You know what I mean? It's fast paced. Like,
Yeah.
let's get the ball down there. Let's go.
It's
you know?
a good game to play.
So that's why I think I get frustrated with American football. It's like, oh, stop and go, time out, stop and go.
It's like a game of Dungeons and Dragons, isn't it?
Oh my god, this game is 12 hours long.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
oh well, let me
I
put
watch it
this.
though. I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I do like watching the Super Bowl. I watch I like watching the Buccaneers. That's the Floridian Tampa Bay team. But yeah, that's rugby all the way on that one.
Yeah, good question, David. Thank you so much, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank
Cool.
you.
From the Carolinas.
Question 2. No name on this one. Was it hard leaving England and moving to the States? Do you regret anything? Oh.
Do you want to answer that first?
Um.
Well, you left in kind of a whirlwind way. I mean, as a
Yeah,
kid, I did as well. You know,
I
we had a countdown of when we were going.
this one, I feel like this one's going to go into a deeper question.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was horrendously hard leaving England. It was the most selfish choice I've ever made. But I think I had to make it, and especially in hindsight, it was one that I had to make. I don't know if friends and relatives know how hard it was to just pack everything up and say, I'm going to try out here, and leave 22 years worth of friends and relations back in England.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I miss that aspect of it to the day.
Mm-hmm.
Family alone, if you're listening, and if you're lucky enough to still have your parents here, or sisters or brothers, I don't have a brother, I've got my sister that we've spoken about as well, my stepdad, my mum. If you can just run over and see them one weekend, don't take that for granted. Because I'm planning right now for the next time I see my mother in 2026. It's 2024 right now. I'm having a plan now for when I get to see my mum.
Yeah.
In 2 years' time.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the hardest thing about doing what we do. It was absolutely the right choice. I couldn't do what I do now. I wouldn't have my son, my wife. I wouldn't have the house at the price and the interest rate that we got it.
Yeah, you're proud of that.
Compared to,
Yeah.
well, no, I mean, compared to houses in England, the economy and all of that, it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
But what I gave up in exchange for that will never sit right with me. I honestly don't think it will. It's hard every day missing friends and family, and them missing out on things. Like, I have to remember, I send pictures to mum. I just sent pictures to my sister today of Bryson at SeaWorld last week, saying that this is where your nephew's at size-wise now. Because she won't see him for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go from seeing him from 2 to, if she doesn't come over next year, which I don't think people are planning to, she'll go from seeing him at the age of 2. It wasn't even 2 then. He was 1 in 2023 when we went over to 2026.
Yeah, that's a big gap.
It's a big gap.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He'll be drinking pints by then.
He will. So I don't regret it.
Mm-hmm.
Because although it was a selfish choice, it was the choice I had to make, and I truly believe I had to make for the career path that I wanted to do. But
It's half the reason we're doing the show.
it is half the reason we're doing the show.
Yeah.
This is our way to remember and try and connect back to those things that we've left. I think it's why, as I'm getting older, I'm finding more of a connection with wanting to find those Britishes. And when I come over here, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm American now. No, now it's going back to finding those British connections, beg pardon, and trying and making them more of a part of my life, so that part is not missing either. So very hard and I regret the outcome of it. But I do think it was for the right reasons.
Wow. Yeah, that was pretty deep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, the way we both came over here was completely different. I left when I was 13.
Yeah.
Because we were coming over. We touched on a little bit on a previous show on that. We was only going to come for a year. I traveled all over with my dad. My dad was a performer, knife thrower, and so he traveled the world constantly, and he was always on the road doing shows. He worked in circus, he worked specialty acts, he worked television, and so he was always on the go. We go to Jersey once or twice, but it was always like a 6-month stint. So me going away from Liverpool it'd always been there. I'd always been on the road with my dad.
Right.
There was times where he would go, and we'd stay.
Yeah.
But again, when we came here, it was just going to be, we're just going to go for a year. And it just turned into a staying here.
Right.
And I don't regret leaving,
No.
to be honest. I mean, especially when I talk to my mates back in the ones that I do still talk to, they're always either, I don't want to say jealous, that sounds awful, but it's always like, you got out at the right time. You did the right thing by moving. I've got another mate of mine who he kind of travels all over the world through his jobs and stuff, and he always goes back to Liverpool, but as soon as he's there, he's like, mate, there's so much bigger world out there. Everyone just gets a lot of people just get stuck, and there's a lot of my friends that are still there. They're still down the street from their mum's house. You talk about not seeing your mum. They're like, well, they're down the street. I wish I could see my mum more than I do. I probably should. I FaceTime her every single day, my mum.
Yeah. We do that.
Yeah.
Times.
But it's not the same, is it?
No.
So, and I probably should make more time to get over there. So I'm coming over, Mum. Now I've mentioned it.
Because she's here. It should be.
Yeah, my mum is
still
here. And that's the other difference between you and me moving over here. I moved here with my family. So my mom, my dad, my sister, we all came together. Whereas you just like,
I was lucky in that
hit the mic.
I was lucky in that I have my dad and my stepmother here. They've been fantastic over the year. More support than I could ever repay to them. But yeah, I mean, just being able to on a whim on a Friday night. Yeah, Mum, I'll come over for lunch on Sunday.
Yeah.
No, that's not a thing in my life.
Yeah.
And that's, now I'm talking about it, that's harder than I think I thought it was. We said at the start of this one, it's my sister's birthday this week. It's her 30th birthday. Huge birthday for that.
Yeah.
I sent something in the mail.
Yeah, and a possible FaceTime if you can.
Yeah. That's what I can do.
That's what makes it like,
Yeah.
I miss my cousins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I never really was around my cousins a lot in England anyway, that I remember, because of the pretty big age difference between a lot of us. But yeah, like I said, for me coming here, it was supposed to be for a year, so it wasn't a shock of like, oh, we're moving to America.
Right.
That's it. I thought I was going to be back in, see my mates and all that stuff. And and do that thing. But even then, when we were going back, we weren't going back to Liverpool, I don't believe. My dad had plans to move down south.
Right.
To get out of Liverpool. Just try something new and move somewhere else, because he was always on the go. And so, that's a big difference. I don't regret leaving. I would never have the life I have.
Yeah.
I have an amazing life. Sometimes, you sit there and you go, oh, God's sakes. Da, 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 da. But, man, I wouldn't have the house I live in.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a pretty nice house, I was showing, JC was doing the Google Maps, Google Earth, and she goes, well, where did you used to live in England? I said, I'll show you. So I put in the address, and there's my house. And I'm looking at that house on the Google Maps going, hang on a minute. That house would fit in my lobby, my front door. Like, when I look at it that way, it's like, holy moly, I've done very well for myself.
Yeah.
My dad was always so proud of how well I'd done, which I don't think I would have. I don't know what the hell I would have done in England, to be honest. I've just always been a performer. And luckily I landed in Orlando, where, guess what? That's pretty much what runs this town, is entertainment, theme parks, fairgrounds. And I've just been very, very fortunate. The only major skill I ever learned was the trick roping,
Right.
and the whip cracking. That was something that I really, really had to learn. But apart from that, man, I don't know what I'd do in England.
I mean, we just talked about this earlier on today, that in some of the little alternate world, there's still the version of me working in a bookshop at Winchester. And I love what I do now, but I wonder what it would have been like to have just carried on with that. Having this little life, working in this bookshop that I could have gone on to, in the center of this little old town, walking down to work each day, walking down the hill, not having to take a car, picking up a coffee on the way, selling some books, going home at 5 o'clock. And it's compared to what we do, it's totally different.
Yeah, by a million miles.
By a million miles. But
both ways,
I mean,
literally and figuratively.
we are lucky in the sense that in Florida, all roads eventually lead to Orlando, and so many people come on holiday. I've had so many nice little run-ins over the years with people from England who've come on holiday. Some family members have started to as well. Just a couple of years ago, actually it must have been last year, my cousin and my aunt came over on holiday for the summer for a couple of weeks, and I got to spend some great time with them. And we have a very small family. I have my two cousins, and my stepdad has some nieces as well, so they're extended cousins there. But that's about it. And it was nice to get them coming over here, and I'm sure that'll continue as friends and family start to come over for holidays and things. But yeah, it's not quite the same.
Yeah. Everyone comes to see us. You know what I mean? Like people are always blown away the fact that I've never gone back to England since I moved here.
Yeah.
That could change. I've just got my passport finally renewed. But you know,
so sponsor us and we'll take you.
Yeah, sponsor us and bring us home. We're coming home. But everyone usually comes here and sees us, so I get to spend time. My cousin Paul, he's been over a couple of times, and I'm his favorite cousin, and he says that all the time. So my cousin Paul, and a couple of aunts and uncles have been over.
Yeah.
And, I had a whole bunch of them come over for my wedding. My wedding was a party.
Yeah.
As they say. So, but so no regrets from me. None from me at all. It was a shock leaving, of course.
I think regrets is not the right word, but I do think there will always be that little block of guilt at the selfish choice that I made. I'm being harsh on myself.
You
and
are.
I know that you are. But
things happen for a reason. Plans go the way plans go.
Right, but there'll always be that little part,
plan.
I think, that worries that was a selfish choice. But
nah, you're all right.
I know.
Be all right.
All right, and with that, question 3.
Thank you for that question. That was
thank
deep,
you.
man.
I'm
going to lay down on this couch and answer the next one.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm not going to say who this is until the end.
Oh, no.
Thanks for the mention and neutral thoughts, lads. I was surprised to hear words of mediocrity said about me since I'm the absolute worst. Who are some of your favourite comedians, past and present, and how do you feel British comedy has evolved versus how American comedy has evolved? From definitely not James Corden. So there was a couple of weeks ago we were having a little argument. Well, not an argument. We were bashing James Corden. And this is listed as James Corden. So, James, thank you for listening.
Thank you, James.
Whoever you are, I'd love to know who you actually are. But yeah, who are some of your favorite comedians, past and present? I'm assuming that means British ones there.
Oh, gosh, that's a
For me, Kenneth Williams and Sid James were the two. If look up on YouTube, wherever, the Carry On films, Carry On Camping, Carry On Doctor, Carry On Abroad. This was a series of films. They brought out 2 or 3 a year with the same repertory cast of stock characters in different situations. And for me, they are the best comedy movies to come out of England. They are not PC at all.
some of them are probably banned now, aren't they?
No, they're not that bad. But I think the 2 main leads, Sid James and Kenneth Williams, the best.
Sir Kenneth, isn't he? Wasn't he Sir Kenneth?
No.
Was he not?
No, it wasn't so.
Oh.
But
gosh.
yeah, both passed now. Some other John Cleese.
Oh yeah, John Cleese, absolutely.
John Cleese, the creator of Fawlty Towers, Monty Python. I got to see him live a couple of years ago. Him and was it Eric Idle? I think it was Eric Idle. They did a tour together and came here to Orlando. Just a masterclass for 2 hours of comedy. How about you? What do you got?
You
love your Ken Dodd. We were talking about him.
Ken Dodd, yeah. Ken was only because Dad worked with him. I got to meet Ken a few times, but oh my gosh. Well, I go way back to loving like Laurel and Hardy from England. Like Stan Laurel is my God. He's just a genius because Stan actually wrote all that stuff. Stan wasn't just the guy who scratched his head. He edited, he wrote, he created the bits, and all those bits at that time were the first time you saw them.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, that's a standard Laurel and Hardy bit. But Laurel and Hardy, Charlie Chaplin, I used to love all that stuff.
So you're like the older generation of...
Yeah, I like that old stuff. All those movies. There's a ton of the Laurel and Hardy stuff, Sons of the Desert and the Way Out West, all those bigger movies. But the little movies as well. Some of the stuff in those films is so funny to me. I love the slapstick. Slapstick is like my favorite. People falling over, I'm on the floor before I'm asking if you're okay.
I think that's a British trait with a lot of the work there. If you look at something like French and Saunders, Absolutely Fabulous and things like that, there's so much slapstick built into that. That's a very British trait for comedy. Poking fun at yourself physically is a far more British trait than Americans.
His name's escaping me right now. Oh, God, he was the Phantom.
The Phantom?
He was Phantom Opera. Oh, God.
Oh, Michael Crawford.
Michael Crawford.
Yes.
In the one, Betty.
Oh, was it Some Mothers Do Have Him?
Some Mothers Do Have Him. Yeah. Betty. He did his own stunts in that show.
Yeah.
All that stuff was him going down the flight of stairs inside a wardrobe and it's smashing. That was all him.
I think that speaks to the second half of the question. How do you feel British comedy has evolved versus how American comedy has evolved?
That's hard for me.
I think it's super easy. I think British comedians focus on making fun of themselves. And that makes sense to me. I think that's the difference in the comedy. I think Americans, as much as we love them, I don't think it's as comfortable making fun of ourselves and embracing our stupidity is the wrong words, but that's sort of the little...
Do you think that's why The Office is so popular and things, stuff like that?
I think so. I think that might be the start of it there, but I just think British comedy is better focused on making fun of its own kind. I mean, we also grew up in a different generation of comedy where things were a little less PC. And that's not to say that things were correct with that, but I think it fostered a feeling of we can all take a joke about each other a little bit.
It was about it's about taking a joke. It wasn't like poking the bear to be mean about it.
Right.
It was a joke.
Yes.
And now you can't do that stuff now.
Right. You know I mean for right and wrong, that's not a debate we're going to get into.
Yeah, not at all.
But
that's a deep dark hole I don't want to touch.
I think the Brits have a better way of being able to handle that and being able to make things not so vicious, not so... We had this conversation with someone earlier on today at work that a character in Vicar of Dibley that we touched on in our sitcom episode there, Alice, the verger, she was the typical dumb blonde, doesn't know everything, gets everything wrong. But to go away from that being the stereotype, it was lathered in innocence and heart.
Yeah.
And that's how you get away from the non-PC stereotype of comedy.
Yeah, it's a good way of
by putting the heart back into it and finding a way to bring the humanity out of the comedy.
Yeah. She wasn't just like, oh my God. It was just the innocence of it. Like,
yes.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah. And it wasn't poking fun at the intelligence. It was poking fun at someone who has such an open heart that they think these things are purely innocent.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the difference.
But then again, I love a Billy Connolly as well, Scottish Billy Connolly.
Oh, Billy Connolly's a fantastic one. Now you're talking.
Stand-up wise, I've got
some of the
dark sense
some of the best
myself.
ones I've ever seen. I saw Lee Evans live.
Oh,
before he retired. Wow. fantastic.
Imagine.
You and I saw Jimmy Carr live.
Yeah.
These are some great stand-up comics.
Yeah.
And I think Peter Kay is still one of the best.
Peter Kay's the best, hands
live
down.
comedian. If you're looking for some fine British comedy, search on the YouTube Peter Kay misheard lyrics. It is the
good bit.
best comedy routine from stand-up.
Is that from the O2 Arena show? That is.
I think it was from the O2.
That whole show is fantastic.
Incredible. He makes something so huge, so intimate. And I think that comes back to what we were just talking about, making something emotional and personal. It talks to the humanity of a moment rather than the, look at me, I'm this person doing a big comedy show in front of 100,000 people.
Yeah. How cutthroat can I be? What's the button I can push?
It's still the focus on,
Yeah.
he still talks about his gran, still talks about his mum, still talks about how the fact that when you get to your gran's house, you have to help her put the big light on.
Yeah.
You know, it's that sort of innocent but heartfelt comedy that I think sets British away from America.
Nice. That was a good question.
Yeah, and that's been a fine one, I think.
Wow, that was a bit deep, a bit funny.
We had
but
a mixed
everything.
bag
That
with
was
this one here.
A mixed bag.
A mixed bag.
10 pence, mixed bag.
One of them lucky dip bags.
Lucky dip
isn't it?
bag.
But yeah, fine little beer, good little Battenberg. We've got a Battenberg left here.
Oh, have we?
We'll
Oh,
pass
I'll have
those
one
around
more.
later.
I'm going to have to go for a jog tomorrow from the food I've had today.
Oh, goodness. But thank you so much for following us, listening to us. We're glad to have you as listeners. If you're here in Orlando, thank you. If you are around the world, it's bizarre to me that we have people in Germany and Portugal, in places all over the UK listening to us, in Jamaica of all places as well.
That one blew my mind. Jamaica.
So thank you so very much for joining us on this.
Yeah, thank you for joining us for Fish and Brits. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast. Hey, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Cheers.
Love. Fish and Brits. Fish and Brits. Fish and Brits. Fish and Brits.